Not a great day for our justice system.
So a woman claims she's raped in Parliament and now she's the subject of a criminal investigation. Clearly Me Too has a bit more work ahead of it. The Brittany Higgins case was always going to conclude in a way that left a lot of people thinking justice hadn't been served. But an aborted trial and an alleged victim's post-trial remarks being referred to the Australian Federal Police is a particularly rank way for this to have ended. The law really is an ass after all.
It's not like the jury wasn't warned.
The 8 women and 4 men on that jury had it drilled into them by the judge they could not expose themselves to any information that was not read out in court. So what does one of them do? Starts Googling fake sexual assault, prints out an academic paper about the prevalence and reasons for the filing of fake sexual assault reports and brings it into the jury room.
What a stupid
An idiot. The problem with juries is the people on them are drawn from society, and at least 1 in 12 members of our society are f***ing idiots, so we can't be that shocked that there was one of them sitting in the ACT Supreme Court. The only reason we know about the breach is because a cleaner tidying up the jury room knocked over a file and found the document. It's not uncommon for jurors to do their own research. Lawyers call them detective jurors. They made a movie about it, 12 Angry Men. Henry Fonda got a bloke off a murder charge. The detective juror in the Lehrmann case caused a mistrial. Chief Justice Lucy McCallum voiced her displeasure at the juror in judiciously restrained language. It should go without saying that this is both an unexpected and an unfortunate outcome in this trial, she said. I think Judge Lucy would have been excused for using language more befitting of Judge Judy.
Try putting on your listening ears.
jury trial was always going to be difficult.
Any other jurisdiction, this would have been a judge-only trial, but in the ACT, that's not an option because sexual matters are on a list of serious offences that have to be heard by a jury, because the law is an ass. So now we're going to have to find another 12 people who have an unbiased and clinically detached view of the Higgins case. Good luck with that. We can't legally play you the speech she delivered, even though it was broadcast everywhere this morning and you might have already seen it, because we might be in contempt of court if someone in the ACT watches it.
Yeah, the law is an ass.
An emotional speech aired live across Australia but is now being bleached from the internet after Lehrmann's legal team referred it to the Australian Federal Police.
This was never going to be a truly fair trial.
No chance. And it should be said that Brittany's comments outside court, which we can't rebroadcast, don't poison the well any more than it was poisoned when Lisa Wilkinson was falling over herself to break the story last February, and then falling over herself again at the Logies in June. That last outburst was considered so prejudicial it caused Justice Lucy Malcolm to postpone the trial, something she said she did regrettably and with gritted teeth.
There's something wrong with you. That's my judgment. Goodbye.
Of all the trials in Australia in recent memory that needed the dispassionate verdict of a judge and judge alone, it was this one, because I don't believe there are 12 people in Australia who are dispassionate about the Brittany Higgins case.
There was some passion in question time today.
Anthony Albanese had some fire in his belly. We haven't seen Angry Albo for quite a long time.
Sorry.
The unlikely source of his rage, if you can call it that, was a question from Coalition MP Michelle Landry. Michelle asked him whether he was going to build a particular road in Queensland. Albo started off pretty civilised.
There was substantial investment went into Rockhampton roads, particularly Yeppoon floodplain.
But then got the scent of blood when Dagwood Dog Dutton got confused about geography.
Yeppoon floodplain. Yeppoon's a different place.
And then Albanese really leaned into it.
But when government changed in 2013, it went on the back burner. So you were in government for almost a decade.
For Barker?
And you haven't dug a hole.
Something every right-minded Australian knows isn't hard to do.
Dale dug a hole.
Albo crossed the Rubicon when he hurled an insight that would offend any right-minded Australian.
Queenslander! Queenslander!
Members on.
After initially laughing at the absurdity of the theatrics, Landry apparently became an emotional mess and had to be escorted from the chamber, later claiming she was humiliated by the Prime Minister.
Just another day in Parliament.
Imagine if she was an MP when Keating was PM.
It was like being flogged with a warm lettuce.
I'm Ben Harvey. For more Up Late, click the subscribe button below.